I was hired for a corporate job. But by the weekend, I was scrubbing my CEO's toilet. He called it team spirit. I called it humiliation. This is the story of how my boss slowly turned me into his personal housemaid, off the clock, off the record, and far beyond what any contract could justify. Welcome to Boss from Hell, where power corrupts and silence keeps them.
Welcome to the deep dive. We sift through the information, find the important bits, and help you get truly well-informed.
Indeed.
And today, well, we're diving into a story that honestly starts like a dream job.
Yeah.
And then really takes a turn.
A nightmare turn, really.
Yeah. Imagine this. You've just finished your master's, landed this great marketing coordinator role, seems perfect. Then you find out your CEO, this charismatic guy, expects you to scrub his toilets on Saturdays.
While still working your normal, pre-demanding 50-hour week.
Exactly.
And this isn't hypothetical. This is Sarah's story. 8 months she called a living nightmare, but importantly, it ended with what she describes as the most satisfying resolution.
So our mission today is to really unpack that whole journey from the shiny promises to, well, the exploitation.
We'll use Sarah's own detailed account as our guide. And the goal here is to pull out those crucial lessons for you, how to spot this stuff, resist it, and ultimately overcome workplace abuse.
Okay, let's get into it. It starts back in January 2023. Sarah, fresh master's in marketing, lands this job at Wellington Enterprises, mid-sized tech consulting, downtown Seattle.
And it sounded amazing, didn't it?
Totally. Sleek office, ping pong, free snacks, you know the type. Plus the serious stuff. Salary 15% above market rate, unlimited PTO, great benefits, really looked like the whole package.
It's designed to look that way, often. But the real hook, according to Sarah, was the CEO himself, Marcus Wellington III.
Ah, yes. The man himself.
Early 40s, dressed to the nines, just oozing confidence. He did her final interview personally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Looked her right in the eye, promised he was there to build careers, not just fill jobs. Talked about mentorship, guiding high-potential people, this whole Wellington family vibe.
And Sarah, she's 24, ambitious.
She completely bought it. Who wouldn't? It sounds fantastic.
It really does paint an incredible picture. But, you know, even with all that shine, she started to feel something wasn't quite right. Little things.
Exactly. Subtle stuff at first, things you might dismiss, like how other employees kind of tensed up when Marcus walked past.
Like bracing themselves?
Right. Or the fact that the previous marketing coordinator only lasted 6 months before leaving for, quote, other opportunities. Classic signs, maybe?
Yeah.
But easy to ignore when you really want the job.
Yeah, you rationalize it away. So her actual job description, the official one, was totally normal.
Completely standard.
Yeah.
Manage social media, coordinate events, help with presentations. You know, marketing coordinator 101.
But it definitely didn't mention this gradual slide into becoming his personal servant.
Yeah, a word. And that first month, it was actually fine. Good even. Real marketing work, building connections. Marcus would give normal feedback.
Okay, so when did it shift?
End of week 4. Marcus calls her into his office, big corner suite, amazing views, the whole deal.
Right.
And he makes this request. Sounds pretty innocent, really. Asks her to help set up for a client dinner at his house, Saturday afternoon. Promises overtime pay.
Seems reasonable enough on the surface, right? Maybe a bit unusual, but the overtime's tempting.
Exactly. And she agrees. That agreement, that seemingly small favor, that's where the nightmare really began.
So she goes to his house that Saturday. Bellevue, this stunning multi-million-dollar mansion. She pulls up in her Honda Civic, feeling completely out of her league, I imagine.
Totally. And for the first hour, it was actually okay. Moving furniture, setting up presentation gear, felt like event planning, kind of related to marketing. She was actually enjoying it.
But then
it changed. Marcus mentions his housekeeper canceled. Could she maybe help with some light cleaning?
Oh.
Wipe down counters, vacuum, make sure the guest bathroom's spotless. Offers extra pay, of course. And Sarah, you know, still new, eager to impress.
Thanks. Okay, just this once, go above and beyond.
Precisely. She rationalized it.
Wow. So from marketing coordinator to, well, cleaning crew. In a gold-plated bathroom, probably?
Pretty much. She spends the next 3 hours cleaning this massive house. Vacuuming rugs worth more than her car, scrubbing toilets nicer than her apartment.
That's jarring.
And degrading. Marcus wasn't even there most of the time, but he'd pop in every 30 minutes or so to inspect, give feedback.
Feedback on cleaning.
Oh, yeah. The vacuum lines aren't quite even here. Stuff like that. Utterly humiliating. But she told herself, just this once.
And then he pays her.
hands her $300 cash, big smile, and says, "This stays between us, okay? Don't want the others getting jealous. You're getting these special chances to earn extra."
Whoa! The manipulation is already starting, framing it as special.
Exactly. And instead of seeing it for what it was, Sarah felt chosen, special. She had no idea she'd just unlocked the door to 8 months of exploitation.
That one yes was all he needed. So it didn't stop there, obviously.
Not even close. 3 weeks later, same charming smile. "Could you help get the house ready for my mother's visit? Cleaning, organizing again. Offers $400 this time."
Her gut must have been screaming at her by this point.
Oh, absolutely. Every instinct told her it was wrong.
Yeah.
But he was so good at framing it. Exclusive opportunities. He'd say things like, "I trust you in my personal space, Sarah, not some random cleaner."
Chilling.
Well,
And it just kept escalating.
fast. Soon it was almost every Saturday at the mansion, and the tasks got worse. Doing his laundry, cleaning out his fridge, restocking it, washing his car, walking his dog.
Wow.
And his criticisms got more personal, more condescending. The mirrors streaky. "Here, let me show you the proper technique." It wasn't about the cleaning, it was about control, humiliation.
And he kept paying her well for this. That kept her hooked.
Yeah, usually $300 to $500 cash each Saturday, always framed as this special opportunity. He'd tell her, "Your willingness to go the extra mile, Sarah, that's why you'll succeed here."
Ugh. But then he started connecting it to her real job.
That's the really insidious part. Made a mistake during the week, a typo in a report, he'd bring up the weekend. "Remember how perfectly you organized my closet? I need that same focus in your marketing, creating this awful psychological link."
He sounds like a textbook manipulator.
Absolutely textbook. Financial dependency. She started needing that extra cash. Intermittent reinforcement, mixing praise and criticism to keep her off balance, desperate for approval.
Gaslighting her, making her feel ungrateful if she hesitated.
Exactly, and isolating her, making her feel special but demanding secrecy. By June, she was completely trapped psychologically. He even started commenting on her clothes, her choices, total grooming.
But abusers slip up. They push too far. What was the breaking point for Marcus?
It came on a really hot Saturday in July. Sarah shows up expecting the usual grind, but Marcus is agitated, leads her to this huge, junk-filled storage room in the basement, sweltering hot down there.
Oh, no.
Tells her he needs it cleaned, organized, cataloged for an appraiser by Monday. Demands her absolute best effort.
That sounds like a massive job. And in the heat.
That's what Sarah pointed out, said it looked like a full day's work, maybe more, and it was incredibly hot. And that's when Marcus dropped the mast.
The charm vanished.
Completely. He got cold, entitled. Said, "I'm disappointed in your attitude, Sarah. This project separates the high performers and the clincher. Besides, I'm paying you $500 today. That's more than most people make in a week. I think I deserve your full effort and enthusiasm."
Wow. Just
Sure.
wow. Equating her worth to the cash.
Yeah.
Dismissing her physical discomfort.
That comment finally cut through everything. Months of manipulation just shattered in that moment.
So she did the work.
She did 8 straight hours in that disgusting hot basement, covered in dust, dehydrated, Marcus popping in with critiques. But the real snap came around 5 p.m.
What happened?
She accidentally knocked over a cheap drinking glass, worth maybe $5. Marcus rushes down, furious, accuses her of being careless, and then says, "You know what, I'm docking $50 from your pay today. Maybe financial consequences will teach you to be more careful."
$50 for a $5 glass.
Mhm.
After 8 hours in that heat.
That was it. The clarity was like a physical shock. She realized, I'm not getting mentorship, I'm being used, abused.
Yeah.
I'm just disposable help to him.
The psychological hold was broken.
Definitely. The war wasn't over, but she'd won the battle inside her own head. And that night, she did something absolutely critical.
Documentation.
She started documenting everything. Spreadsheet. Every Saturday. Hours, tasks performed, payments received, nasty comments he made. Cross-referenced it with bank records for the cash deposits.
And the pattern must have been stark.
Undeniable. 47 Saturdays. 280 hours of domestic labor. Paid way less than minimum wage for Seattle when you averaged it out. Forget the degrading nature. It was straight up wage theft, misclassification, hostile work environment, all of it.
That documentation became her weapon, didn't it?
It absolutely did. She called the State Department of Labor and Industries. They confirmed, yep, multiple violations here. Then she found an employment attorney, Jennifer Rodriguez.
And the lawyers saw the potential.
Immediately, Jennifer's advice was gold. Keep working, keep documenting everything, and crucially, start recording conversations. Washington's a one-party consent state, so it was legal.
That must have been incredibly difficult, pretending everything's normal while building a case against him.
Unbelievably tough, like being a spy in your own life. But she started noticing things she'd missed before, too. Other nervous employees. High turnover.
Did she talk to anyone?
Carefully, yes. Probed a bit. Found out Marcus had tried similar weird requests with Emma in accounting and Jake in IT. They'd both shut him down early.
So Sarah wasn't the first target, just the first one he successfully groomed.
Exactly. Then came the perfect opportunity. Marcus asks her to manage a pool party at his house for major clients.
Manage or serve?
That was the question. Sarah knew this was it, her chance to get irrefutable evidence.
So the day of the party, August 12th, she goes in armed.
Armed with a recording device and a plan, nervous but also kind of excited, Marcus starts outlining tasks.
Let me guess. Deep cleaning bathrooms, vacuuming.
You got it. Wiping down furniture, cleaning a wine spill off his white couch. Purely domestic servant work.
And Sarah used this.
Brilliantly. She asked clarifying questions like, should I wear professional clothes for serving drinks or is this more casual? Designed to trap him.
And did he fall for it?
Hook, line, and sinker. He says, oh, definitely casual. I don't want clients thinking you're an employee. Just blend in, keep things running smoothly.
Boom. Recorded admission. Hide your employee status while doing domestic work at his private home.
Got it. And the next 6 hours were just more evidence. While she's literally on her hands and knees scrubbing his pool deck, Marcus drops the gem that became the core of the case.
What did he say?
He said, you understand, Sarah. Real success means doing whatever needs doing. That's why you're going far here, and others will always be stuck.
Textbook quid pro quo harassment. Do these personal demeaning tasks for me, and your career will advance.
And she had it on tape.
He just kept digging, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. During the party itself, he introduces her as his assistant, helping with the event, but then gives her orders like fetching drinks or cleaning spills right in front of clients. She recorded him doing it. The final nail. End of the night, he hands her cash, reminds her about secrecy. Sarah looks him straight in the eye and asks, point blank, Marcus, just so I understand, you're paying me cash to clean your house and serve at your parties, and you want this kept secret from HR and everyone else?
In his reply.
Exactly. Just between us. It's professional development, see? Others wouldn't get it.
Wow. He admitted the whole scheme.
She had it all. Recorded proof of inappropriate work, wage violations, demands for secrecy, tying her career to doing this stuff. Game over.
So what happened next? Monday morning.
Monday, August 14th. Less than 24 hours later, Jennifer Rodriguez filed complaints with the state L&I and the federal EEOC and filed a civil lawsuit against Marcus personally and Wellington Enterprises.
Hitting him on all fronts.
Sexual harassment, wage and hour violations, hostile work environment, retaliation. Jennifer even threw in a RICO claim.
RICO, like the mob statute.
Exactly. Arguing this wasn't just bad behavior, it was a pattern of racketeering, a systematic scheme of exploitation. Devastating.
How did Marcus react? He couldn't have taken that well.
Predictably badly. Immediate intimidation tactics. Had HR call Sarah into an urgent meeting about performance concerns. Total setup to fire her.
But Sarah was ready.
Advised by Jennifer, she recorded that meeting too. Even brought Emma from accounting as a witness. HR stumbled through vague complaints, had nothing concrete. But the threat was clear. Improve your attitude and cooperation.
Classic retaliation. Using a bogus PIP.
Blatant. Jennifer filed another complaint for retaliation right away. By the end of that week, things were spiraling for Marcus. News leaked to employment law blogs. First public scandal for Wellington Enterprises.
And did other employees react?
That was the turning point. Emma from accounting texted Sarah about Jake from IT, confirming his story. Others started whispering. By Wednesday, Jennifer had statements from 7 more employees.
Wow, 7 others. The pattern was undeniable.
He targeted vulnerable people, people eager to please, and slowly turned up the heat.
But then came the real bombshell, right? The executive assistant.
Patricia, Marcus's own executive assistant. Turns out she'd been documenting his crap for years.
No way. What did she have?
Everything. Emails about candidates for special projects, calendar entries for fake mentorship meetings that were really these coercive cleaning gigs. Financial records of cash withdrawals matching the payments, even recorded conversations of Marcus bragging.
The smoking gun.
The smoking gun. A recording of Marcus telling the CFO, key to managing young staff. Make them feel special, keep them dependent, slip them cash for personal favors, they'll do anything.
Oh my God,
That's
explicit.
With Patricia's evidence, Marcus had no defense. The board put him on leave immediately, security walked him out. Done.
But he didn't go quietly.
tried to intimidate witnesses, showed up at Patricia's house, threatened her. Jennifer got a restraining order, added witness intimidation to the list. Then the local news picked it up. Stock price tanked.
And Sarah?
Sarah was finally free. That next Saturday morning, she slept in, read a book, had coffee, no anxiety, just peace.
So the company had to settle.
They were in full crisis mode. Their lawyers offered $150 for Sarah, $50 each for the others, promises of new policies.
But Jennifer wasn't having it.
Not even close. Her counter was fierce. $500 K for Sarah, $100 K each for the others. Marcus fired immediately with zero benefits, total HR overhaul with outside oversight, and a public apology.
Did Marcus fight back then?
Oh, he tried. Hired a crisis PR firm, gave interviews playing the victim, started a blog called The Truth About False Accusations.
How'd that go over?
Became a total laughingstock online, made things even worse for him.
So the final settlement?
Reached September 28th. Even better than the counteroffer. $750,000 for Sarah.
Wow.
$150,000 each for the other 7 employees. Marcus terminated, forfeited everything, a $2 million fund for culture reform at the company, 5 years of external HR monitoring, and a public admission of systematic abuse.
That's a massive win. A complete vindication.
Absolutely. But maybe the most satisfying part, Marcus was ordered to do 200 hours of community service, focused specifically on workplace harassment education.
The irony. The man who made her clean toilets now has to learn about why that's wrong.
Poetic justice, maybe? He became a cautionary tale. Wellington Enterprises actually turned things around under new leadership, became known for good policies. His career, over. Reputation, shredded. Mansion, sold.
So let's distill this down for everyone listening. What are the absolute key takeaways from Sarah's story?
Okay, first, and this is huge, trust. Your gut, that little feeling that something's off, listen to it. Sarah felt it early on.
Right. Ambition or wanting the job can make you ignore those feelings,
Yeah,
but they're often right. It's not paranoia, it's a signal.
exactly. Second, document everything, meticulously. Dates, times, who said what you did, how you were paid, photos, saved emails, recordings of legal. This was Sarah's power. It countered the gaslighting.
It becomes the undeniable truth when they try to twist reality. Okay, what else?
Third, you are likely not alone. Predators isolate victims, make them feel special, but often there's a pattern. Others might be experiencing something similar or saw something. Finding them can break the isolation.
Fourth, and Sarah learned this the hard way, seek help sooner rather than later. Don't try to handle serious abuse alone.
Yeah, letting it escalate gives them more power. Use the resources, employment lawyers, state labor departments, maybe even trustworthy HR if it exists.
Fifth, know your rights. You have legal protections against this stuff. Harassment, wage theft, retaliation. Doesn't matter how powerful the abuser seems.
And finally, maybe the most empowering lesson. Unleash your power. Victims feel powerless, that's part of the abuse, but Sarah shows that with evidence, with support, you can take effective action, that powerlessness isn't permanent.
It's amazing how she turned that situation around. It clearly forged incredible strength in her. And the settlement gave her freedom, not just financially, but to choose a workplace that truly respects her.
And her victory wasn't just personal. It forced real change at the company. It became a catalyst for better policies, more transparency. It shows that these individual battles can have wider impact.
It really underscores that idea that workplace abuse loves darkness.
But it withers in the light. And employees, as Sarah proved, won't always stay silent.
So the final thought maybe for you listening. Marcus Wellington thought he'd get away with it because Sarah seemed young, eager, maybe financially stressed. He mistook power for license.
And that mistake cost him everything. It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Hmm.
How vigilant are we in our own environments at noticing when mentorship starts feeling like manipulation or when a family culture starts feeling more like, well, like a trap?